Hey.
Welcome to the Ashes to Rubies podcast, John. We're really happy to have you
Hey,
here.
thank you. Thank you. It's great to be here. What an honor. What an honor to be sitting in front of you, way less than 6 feet apart.
Well, thankfully, wow, I don't.
Thankfully, we don't have to be less than 6 feet apart.
Can you imagine if you had to be 6 feet apart from the people that you live with in your home?
And masking in bed. You would have to put your mask on in bed in case you heavy breathed on somebody. Oh my goodness.
What is this shirt that you're wearing with us today?
Could it be the same one as yesterday? I'm not sure.
I feel like it has a very limited amount of pug fur on it. So that's an indicator that you took it freshly out of your cupboard this morning.
No, I took it off my... Yeah.
Okay.
It's not fresh.
Well, it's really nice. This is the Ashes to Rubies brand.
The logo.
Yeah.
The ruby and the wings. Looks like because you can fly.
This is a very comfortable t-shirt.
Very comfortable.
So I have some fashion advice for you. It's okay. This is
so
just
when somebody gives advice, that means they're open to take advice.
Stay with me. Experience. Stay with me.
And you've thought a lot this morning.
In past times. No, I thought a lot last night. I was awake still at 2:30 in the morning.
Why?
Not fall asleep.
Did you have too much coffee?
Nope. I had one coffee yesterday morning.
You have a realization. You can talk about it on air. I believe that you should be able to
interrupt me right now.
Go.
I have advice for the world. You know how those people, they say if you have not worn something in the last year or 2 years, get rid of it. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. Just because you haven't worn it in the last year doesn't mean you should get rid of it.
Why would somebody not wear something in a year?
Listen to me.
I don't think that's a guy thing.
If I did that, all I would be left with is sweatpants, like 2 different pairs of tights.
Oh, because
and a bunch of hoodies and t-shirts. That's all I'd have left.
You're talking pandemic.
I'm talking pandemic. Of course.
Don't get rid of your closet
and don't do what Marie Kondo says. Marie Kondo, she says, take everything out of your closet, and if it doesn't bring you joy, throw it away. Don't do it. Don't do that right now. Don't do that right now.
I think guys are different than girls.
If you are spring cleaning, just don't follow those advices. You could maybe separate like your nice going out clothes, put them somewhere else safe right now, but don't get rid of them.
Halfway through the pandemic, I got rid of half my closet.
That's a terrible idea.
But not because it's just, I didn't need it anyway. I hope. I still have lots. I still have lots of...
When the world resumes and you're going out in public, you're going to be like, oh, I actually needed pants with a waistband.
So is this a pandemic conversation or a fluctuating weight conversation? A little bit of both. Great realization. Wow. What a morning.
The other day, I got dressed to go out with all the things, all the pieces. Man, I was in excruciating pain. I was like, I don't know.
Because you had 14 necklaces on?
I don't know what happened. And then I realized, oh no, this is just
a belt.
This is just pants with a waistband. That's a button that's stabbing you in the abdomen. You do not have to go to the ER. It's okay. It's going to be okay.
I wore a pants with belt the other day. I was like, this is uncomfortable. Who does this? Imagine having to wear a suit again. Oh my goodness.
Roots is tricky. Roots just sent me an email and they were like, hey, remember your order? You want to review it? And hey, did you want to look at these promotions?
Did you have an order?
Well, I helped our son order your birthday sweatshirt.
So they're going back. Hey, remember when you ordered this?
You ordered this? Look, how do you like it?
Oh, man.
And look at these promos. And I was like, oh, I need new sweatpants.
Because you got a hole in
delete.
Did you?
I deleted. I did not click on any links. I deleted.
Good for you.
Do you know what I've been doing lately too? A lot of unsubscribe.
Do you think that works?
Yeah.
See, when I bug people with emails, I probably would go to email jail, but then I try to unsubscribe and they're like, fill out this survey. And I feel like I'm getting into more subscriber lists.
We send an occasional email. Ashes to Rubies sends
once a month.
You can sign up on our website. It's probably going to go in your promotions folder.
Maybe. No, I just don't know.
I find ours is interesting.
I know there's a law behind all that, but
of course there's lots of laws. and I like to make sure that you follow them.
I know, but when I try to unsubscribe from
John
people,
follows laws.
I know that's your thing.
The government of Canada called us yesterday.
For real.
For real. Probably why I was up till 2:30 in the morning.
I have my own bylaw officer. Man, it's amazing. All right, it's amazing to have your own bylaw officer.
We should read.
By the way. And this is a beautiful segue into our lives and our addictions, codependency and addiction, where I don't follow the rules and she makes me follow the rules.
You don't even let me make you. I just try to remind you. Hey, remember? All right, we're going to read our morning meditation. Ground ourselves.
Take a deep breath in.
Quiet ourselves to enter the day.
This one is called Opening Ourselves to Love.
Mentally and emotionally.
Do you feel like you would read this one better than me?
No.
I seem buggy.
I want you to read to me about love.
Okay, let's read about love
this morning.
It's almost our love anniversary on the 27th. Woo! April the 27th, 2002.
I have no creative ideas left. I used them all for your birthday.
We could just crush a charcuterie board again. Like the way you did that.
Can we just do a repeat of your
with
birthday?
No one though. Just you and me. Just you and me.
Me and you?
At our table.
What are we going to make Jordan stay in his room?
No, we'll dress him up in a fancy tuxedo and he can serve us. He'd so go for that.
If we bought him a tuxedo, he'd love that. He'd love to be the owner of a tuxedo.
Can you rent tuxedos anymore?
Sure. I don't know. Can you rent tuxedos?
I doubt it. Like, who needs a tuxedo?
Renting a tuxedo
what for?
Right now?
What for? Oh, home service, obviously.
We can dress up our son. Have a service dinner on our anniversary.
I think he would.
Do you think?
I think he's so bored. He would probably be. He would consider it. He would.
Does that go on Facebook Live?
Yeah, I don't think he watches any of these. All right, let's get our spirit game on together. All right. Allowing ourselves to receive love is one of the greatest challenges we face in recovery. Many of us have blocked ourselves from receiving love. We may have lived with people who used to use love to control us. They would be there for us, but at a high price of our freedom. Love was given or withheld to control us and to have power over us. It was not safe for us to receive love from these people. We may have gotten accustomed to not receiving love, not acknowledging our need for love, because we lived with people who had no real love to give. At some point in recovery, we acknowledge that we too want and need to be loved. We may feel awkward with this need. Where do we go with it? What do we do? Who can give us love? How do we determine who is safe and who isn't? How can we let others care for us without feeling trapped, abused, frightened, and unable to care for ourselves? We will learn. The starting point is surrender to our desire to be loved, our need to be nurtured and loved. We will grow confident in our ability to take care of ourselves with people. We will feel safe enough to let people care for us. We will grow to trust our ability to choose people who are safe and who can give us love. We may need to get angry first. Angry that our needs have not been met. Later, we become grateful to those people who have shown us what we don't want. The ones who have assisted us in the process of believing we deserve love, and the ones who come into our life to love us. We are opening up like flowers. Like, I'm a pretty flower. Sometimes it hurts as the petals push open. Be glad. Our heart is opening up to the love that is and will continue to be there for us. Surrender to the love that is there for us as well. To the love that people, the universe, and our higher power send our way. Surrender to love without allowing people to control us or keep us from caring for ourselves. Start by surrendering to love for yourself. Today, this is our prayer for today. Today, I will open myself to the love that is here for me. I will let myself receive love that is safe, knowing that I can take care of myself with people. I will be grateful for all the people from my past who have assisted me in the process of opening up to love. I claim, accept, and am grateful for the love that is coming to me. Amen. There is love that is coming to. You're silly right now, so I want to.
But
I
it's
should
really serious.
No, I should be serious first because you're silly goose. So when they talked about the flowers, yes, that felt weird, but I see myself as a flower. But the root system that I'm getting the nourishment from, the water, the soil, the nutrients, is from God. And that's what I got when I got into recovery. I was able to be planted in that soil to feed my roots so that I could open up and actually receive the sunlight of God, the Spirit of God, because it's something that I could never receive was love. I always wanted it. And then I punch you in the face and go, see,
goodness.
You don't love me. I told you. And so
it is,
when God loved
serious.
me first,
yes.
God loved me, I was able to receive love from all around. But I'm not going to people, places, and things for love and approval.
Right.
I'm seeking God to be able to give love and receive love.
And that's the realization.
Now you can be silly.
I'm not going to be silly.
Okay.
I shifted into serious mode.
Oh my goodness.
It was really just like it was a cheesy reading. It was a cheesy reading. Can we just say it was a super cheesy reading?
Do you feel like a flower?
It's really serious, and it's a really like heartbreaking thing to see people that are so closed off to love and self-protecting, and they've been so hurt and wounded that they also can't differentiate between like what's good attention and good affection and good love from people, and then people that are harmful to them and like hurting them and causing them harm. And we see that over and over where people can't get out of these situations that are so hurtful, and and so I do find that incredibly heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
And it is true, like my realization over these years of like, okay, John's been sober for like in recovery for over 14 years, and now like I'm still not okay. So we've been in recovery all these years and I'm still not okay. He's done all the things. There's like literally nothing more. I just keep raising the bar. I need more from you. No, now I'm not upset that you're gone for 3 days, spending all our money. Now I'm upset because your tone of voice is a little too harsh, and I'm not talking about like people who are actually like abusive. Like that was not our scenario where, I was just like being so nitpicky because I just was so unsatisfied. I was unhappy inside. I had this internal malady, like sickness. I had this internal condition that just made it so that like nothing external would have fixed what was inside of me.
So you look for those things to give you those things that we need, our core needs. I look for alcohol for that.
Right.
But then in sobriety, I still get like, if I don't think that this process is cylindrical, that keeps going around, that I keep having to connect with God to remove this mental obsession that brings me back to being miserable, I have to stay connected to God. That's our job, is one day at a time, connecting to God, staying connected.
Yeah. And so, as I go through my day, I have to remind myself, like, when you displease me or let me down or I'm upset with you, like I have to remind myself all the time, like this isn't actually about John. This is you're in a safe environment. This is someone that you love and trust. You can give him the benefit of the doubt. And so because we have established now over the last 14 years, we have established a safe relationship. But at the very, very beginning, like when I wasn't sure if I could trust you, like I had to go to God. I had to go to God and say, like, you need to show me if this man is actually trustworthy now. I remember actually asking that of like, is this man trustworthy and safe? Like, do I give him my heart again? Like, because we went through all the addiction. Now, we're out of these addictive cycles. But there's still some unhealthy behaviors and patterns left. And so we had to really sift through that. And it was wise for us to do a bunch of different things to figure out how to communicate as a couple. And we always worked on us, but I think first and foremost, you especially were working on your relationship with God. You were trying to connect with God first and foremost. And, as you got closer to God, we got closer to each other.
And that's where we get our true north from. We have to receive God's love through the process of recovery. And so everybody has the need to be recognized, to be loved, to be validated, to be valued, to be considered worthwhile, to be noticed, to be loved. And so we get it from all these other sources of attention on social media and from relationships that promise something, but they just want to consume you. So you give what you have out and you get consumed. But the reality is everybody needs those things, but we're being driven by this fear. Right. And so it's not even like we're choosing it. We want these things, but if fear's driving the show, we're always going to get to the false love. And so God's true love will cast out perfect fear. And that's what the recovery process promises. We will cast out your fear so that you can be connected to God. May you find him now. There is one with all power and all love. Find him. Amen.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening. If you have not subscribed, you can subscribe on YouTube.
Do it.
You can follow us on Facebook.
Do it.
Or you can find us on Ashes to Rubies, any podcast platform. And
do it.
John's going to do a weird closing now that you typically would only hear if you've been to court.
Keep the peace and be of good behavior. Have a great day. Wash your hands. Stay safe.
If you don't know where that's from, congratulations to you. It means you've never stood in front of a judge.
Have a great afternoon, guys. Have a great weekend. We will see you probably sometime this weekend. Bye.